So just a quick question here. What sources do you deem to be valid or trustworthy where you get your information from to start trying to help reshape these narratives around black spending? I know me personally, I've been looking at some stuff from the McKinsey and Company. I've been looking at the Selig Center, who put out that economic report annually. They get into racial demographics. They get into racial backgrounds of a lot of the spending habits and stuff like that. And so who do you trust? Where do you go to?
Well, first of all, it's important in terms of the two sources you mentioned, McKinsey and Selig. I go to sources quite unlike them that actually assess the material conditions economically of black people, which mean assess wealth and income, primarily wealth, but as well as income. McKinsey and Selig are not measuring wealth and income. They're measuring marketing data that and misrepresented marketing data to paint a picture of black economic condition that is suitable to an advertising community, not to assessing the actual condition of black people. So that's one thing. I mean, the Selig Center admits in its reporting and it's in its own website, they don't exist to help black people understand the economic condition of black people. They exist to help primarily the Georgia business community. So same thing with McKinsey. McKinsey certainly does not have it as its mission to help black people understand their economic condition. McKinsey has as its mission the high cost and high value manipulation of public policy to help the people that hire them, primarily major corporations and governments. So that's one way to begin an assessment of who's being honest and who's telling the truth and whose information can be used in what way. What is their goal? And in this case, McKinsey and Selig are explicit. Nielsen, the other of the big three, as I call them, in terms of promoting buying power mythology, Nielsen, they all admit in one way or another, we're not here to help black people understand what's really happening with them economically. We're here to help move ad revenue and help businesses promote their products. So that's one way. Now, who to trust beyond that can get a little more complicated. But so I end up trusting people like Derek Hamilton, Diedrich Muhammad, United for a Fair Economy, Economic Policy Institute, and others for the broad numbers, so to speak, the general, the data, so to speak, that explain the income and wealth of black people. And that, and then from there, with that proper foundation in Africana studies and other, radical analyses, I think, which are really just appropriate and honest analyses, you could use that reporting and that data to reach, I think, the appropriate conclusions.
And I'm glad you said that, because when I mentioned those organizations that produce studies and reports that I'm looking at, I just spoke about it. Even Nielsen a couple of weeks ago, I spoke about McKinsey and Company and Selig and all of these, and I let it be known when I'm using this information, I don't agree with the agenda of this report, because I can see that the report, a lot of these reports are geared towards people who are looking to extract more wealth from black people. So I call that out also, but I also use it to say, even the people who want to extract our money agree with some of the stuff that we say about we don't have the spending habits that y'all say we have. They know that there's more ways to extract more wealth from us, because they know we don't spend the way that the quote unquote popular media is telling y'all we spend money, right? They're telling you that black people make up 13% of the population, but we only spend 10%. So let's figure out how to get more of their money from them. They're telling you, hey, you got to get more of their money by kind of like pandering to the causes that they like. So if you want to, hey, Trump, go put some shoes out, you might get some more of their money. They're telling each other how to take more of our money. And if they say we're bad with spending, but these people can't figure out how to get our money from us. So something is, if I look at Black Enterprise said I spent all my money on Louis Vuitton. But when I go over here, they said these people aren't spending enough money. Let's figure out how to get it from them.